Welcome to back to this special edition of Hannity. This week, we saw major results from Trump's crackdown on D.C. crime as the nation's capital had a murder-free week and violent criminals were taken off the streets. And the Trump administration is not letting up. A U.S. official has confirmed to Fox News that Defense Secretary Pete Hegseth has authorized nearly 2,000 National Guardsmen to be armed in D.C. if necessary. And in a Truth Social post late last night, President Trump praised the National Guard and police, saying that D.C. is safe again. He also accused D.C. Mayor Muriel Bowser of falsifying crime figures and then threatened a, quote, complete and total federal takeover of Washington. Here now with reaction, author of the new book, The Last Line of Defense, How to Beat the Left in Court, Missouri Senator Eric Schmitt. Senator Schmitt, you are also a very good lawyer, which is why you wrote that book and also why we have you on now. Explain to us the legal, constitutional reason why President Trump is able to do what he's doing in Washington.
Well, the District of Columbia isn't a state. It's really, quite frankly, a federal enclave. They have some local governance, but when you see something happening like President Trump has seen happen in Washington, D.C., the soaring crime, people not feeling safe in their communities, he felt compelled to do something, just like the border, right? We kind of don't even talk about it anymore. We have a secure border, deportations are happening. You had a week without crime in Washington, D.C. I wish I could say that's it's rare that has happened. Right. You have carjackings down 85%. You have robberies down 50%. What it goes to show is if a president who wants to lead and wants to have a show of force with law enforcement and actually prosecute violent crime, people in the communities can feel safe. And it's just, I think, again, another legacy of President Trump, the most consequential presidency in my lifetime. You look at all the success he's had. This just goes to show that when you kind of put your mind to it and President Trump wants to put his energy behind something, he can accomplish something. I would also mention this too, Charlie. It wasn't always this way. I mean, we were in the dark days 4 years ago, right? Or for the last 4 years where things were sort of out of control. It's why I wrote the book, Last Line of Defense, How We Beat the Left in Court. We beat the Biden administration back on student loan debt forgiveness. We beat him back on the vaccine mandates, on censorship. That all happened when I was Missouri Attorney General. We have a playbook now of how we can fight in court and win. And President Trump loves the book. He Truth Socialed about it. You can get it on Amazon right now.
And, I want to get back to the specifics about D.C., but it is a very important thing about your book is the fact that the courts were the only place Democrats had left where they could win because they can't sell their ideas. So the only way they can do it is to try to get these courts, judges on their side to enact what they can't win over politically. But going back to the thing with D.C., it's one of the most important things I think about what President Trump has done here is, as you say, it's a message. You don't have to live like this. And if you live in a Democrat-run city that has been run by Democrats for decades, and you have been living in this kind of squalor and crime and misery, it doesn't have to be this way. As a political thing, you actually have Democrats now. It's almost like they're complaining that we had a murder-free week in Washington, D.C.
Well, they don't want to give President Trump for anything. I mean, think about it. He's dealt with the issue on illegal immigration. What did they do? They went down to, El Salvador and had margaritas with an MS-13 member, right? They complain President Trump's trying to broker a peace for the bloodiest war since World War II. They complain about that. And now you have actually a safer Washington, D.C. For the black families, quite frankly, that are tired of cleaning up glass on Sunday mornings and having people shot at in their communities. President Trump is the president now who decided to do something about it, and they can't help themselves. They've not hit rock bottom yet. They keep complaining about his success, but I'm not tired of winning yet, and I know you aren't either, Charlie.
Indeed. Thank you, and thank you for your book.